and welcome to the Tongyeong pre-race analysis. In 2022, Tongyeong is a 2-lap 1500 metre swim. We have 6 laps on the bike, and in the areas where you can see the trees, they're generally where the hills are. So we have a number of climbs, some of them between 13 to 15%. So 6 laps on the bike, undulating course with nice sweeping turns at each end. The run is 4 laps, predominantly along the foreshore, with what the race organiser calls a gradient towards the end. Now this gradient is really quite tough. It's 200 metres long. It's at the section just before the turnaround, and what you need to do on that gradient is run fast uphill and also downhill. So really tough finish to each lap. Coming into transition, 4 laps, and we also have the finishing area. So it's a tough, mainly a bike runner's course. So the start is dive off a pontoon. It's a nice wide pontoon, and the water is very calm. It's a very protected harbour. Generally it's a wetsuit swim because of the temperatures, but as you can see, the course is really well marked. You can really pick anywhere on the start line, but probably the most strategic thing to do is, if you don't know who the fastest swimmer is, pick the right. If you do, pick next to them. The exit is a ramp, really well done. Keep swimming until you touch the bottom, and then you can stand up, and you have a nice clean run into T1. Obviously, get everything done as fast as you can in T1. So out on the bike, the climbs start from 200 metres from T1. And some of them are a little bit more aggressive than the others, but this is the approach into the far turn. So you've got a 180, nice sweeping turn. Make sure you change down 2 gears, take the turn, and you can sprint out. Bike packs tend to form on this course. We often see the swimmers staying away and then large groups following. But it's quite a fast course because you've got this sort of approach into town, really quite quick through town, and approaching T2 and also the far turn. So as you can see, some small packs do work together well, but it does generally stay together as a main pack. Now this is the far turn. Again, nice sweeping 180 degree, using a bit of a roundabout. Make sure you stay towards the front of these packs, makes it safer. T2, very simple, clearly marked dismount line. Get in and out as quickly as you can. And as you can see, quite big packs. The transition area can still handle those numbers. Now this is the run. What's really notable about this run is this hill is pretty much a decider of the race. You run this hill well and you do well in the race. And what's really important about this hill, it might only be 200 metres, but it does tend to increase in slope as you go up the hill. And it's at its sort of sharpest where the athlete is now. What's also very important is that you run downhill quickly. So you have to run uphill quickly and you have to run downhill. And as you can see, the athlete behind is running downhill a lot neater, and she's making up a lot of ground on that downhill section. So the hill is very important and well worth training over in the days leading into the race. This is the area along the foreshore. It winds along and it does tend to string out long packs. So getting out of T2 is quite important to be towards the front, because if you are sloppy in T2, you are going to be pushed to the end of that long train that starts to sweep around the foreshore. As you can see, the surface it's not a typical concrete surface. It's sort of like a track surface. Just check what that's like in the wet. I'm not entirely sure, but I do know that a track can become slippery in the wet. So as you can see, you can really see where your competitors are on the run, and it's one of those courses that you've just really got to hammer the flat section and then work really hard on this section, which is the hill. The runner here is Jayward Abdullah, member of the ASICS World Triathlon team, and he's struggling with the hill as well. And you can see it really does kick up. So make sure that you shorten your stride, you lift your knees, and you make sure that your body weight position, you're not looking up too much, because that'll push your body weight backwards. So coming up around the steepest part of the hill, you take the turn, and then you've just got to make sure that you run downhill efficiently. And it's a clear, nice wide run into the finish line, and obviously this is the best place to be. Good luck if you're racing. It should be a great race.